Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogion Monster here, and welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as I like to call it. Hope everybody's having a great night. It's good to see everybody. A lot of people in chat already. It's awesome to see. Thanks for showing up. Ida Bustamante, how are you, hon? Great to see you. Jay Fritz, what's going on? You're early. That's unusual. Jimbo, what's up, brother? Hey, Sharon. Mr. Hugh, how's it going? Who else? I know there's a bunch of other people in here somewhere. Got to scroll up. Yeah, so like I said, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Stevie's a little under the weather right now, so she's not sitting next to me over here, busting my chops. Brian and Chewy go hiking. How's it going? How's the fall? You enjoying it? Is it still got color, or is everything brown? Anita, what's up? Hey guys, now that I'm thinking about it, because I got to Anita's name, Anita had sent me and Stevie some things, and they're Bigfoot related. They're her own design. Her drawings that she had put on coffee cups, uh, t-shirts, postcards, stickers, mouse pads. This is a mouse pad with two of her designs and her creations. Let's see. And these are mouse pads that, but this is one of the other designs and creations. So it's funny because I think it was Nikki not too long ago mentioned like who has it. Somebody said who has a hidden talent, and apparently Anita does, and she's pretty good. Another design on a coffee mug. This one's gonna glare. As well as those same designs on T-shirts, but I think they're good. I think it's a clever design, and I think she should benefit from it. She was going to do some conferences before, just a couple years ago, just before COVID hit, and that shit went to hell. So she does have other designs that you can check out, and they are on Facebook. I know I sound like a commercial, but I think she deserves, to be checked out at least. You can find her. It's called Playful Creations by Anita, and it is on Facebook. Check it out. She does really good work. She's good drawing. Drawer. Yeah, is that a word? She draws very well. um, right now, unfortunately, and I hope it's not too long before she's back to drawing, because she has been battling cancer and she's winning. But side effects to the medications are, preventing her from being able to draw, tremors, shakes, whatever she has. And prayers that, that heals, that goes away soon, and you're back to some normalcy. I know you're looking for that. But yeah, guys, please check her out. And I'll put it up one more time. Playful Creations by Anita on Facebook. And I will post the link for the Facebook page in the description below after the show. So who else is here? Did I say hi, Mr. Lee? Huh. Icon, what's up? Titan, what's going on? Titan the Tiger. He's great. Oh, that was Tony. Sorry. Must have been your brother. Caucasian Sasquatch, what's up? So yeah, guys, if you're new here, you want to, hey Breeze, you want to come on? What I will do is I will be putting the link in the chat, and anybody can click it on. Click on it and come on. I know there is someone that wanted to come on. Possibly Media Palace might be showing up. He had some things he wanted to talk about, so that might be happening. No promises. So yeah, who else came in here? If you see me squinting, it's because I can't see shit right now. Sugar Britches, what's up? So again, if you're new here and you want to come on, just hit that. Let me post it. Hit the link in chat, and I can follow the directions. There we go. And pop on. If you don't want to be on camera, you can hit stop camera. So you'll get that or whatever you choose to put up. If nothing, whatever. And all we ask is that we don't have YouTube on in the background because it's just noisy. Other than that, yeah. Do it again. Here we go. Link is in chat. Sandra Pink, how are you? Good to see you. Just saw you recently. Somewhere. Where was it? What the Paranormal, I think. Telling Bigfoot. What's up? Howdy. New name. Love to see new names. Welcome. Who else? Yeah, it's funny. Last show I stuck up for some people, and I always catch shit for that. I don't get it. Not being self-righteous, as I was accused of recently. um, I just, I believe in doing the right thing, and whenever I do stand up for something, someone's got to be an asshole about it. Leaving comments, and I could go to comments in the last show. You'll see. Not gonna name names. It's just, it doesn't make sense. Obviously you don't know what's going on. If you're, they were criticizing my show. I said, you actually watch the show? Oh, I couldn't, like, he watched it for maybe 5 minutes. He just like, oh, well, I couldn't stand it any longer. I'm like, well, why are you passing judgment if you didn't watch the show? You're accusing me of that we couldn't wait to fucking jump all over Zasky, and we waited till Carrie was gone, and nobody had Zasky on their mind and was waiting to pounce or any shit like that. It's like he created that. This is all his doing. Nobody, and I mean nobody, from the Bigfoot Odyssey channel and has said anything publicly. So for you to say that Linda is defaming Mark Zasky is ridiculous. The problem of them not saying anything, and I believe they shouldn't, but is Zasky gets to create the narrative, change the narrative to suit his needs and adapt everything. So, if nobody's defending, if they're not defending him themselves, well, who's going to defend them? I don't mind doing it, and I'm sure other people don't. So I think what we're doing is right, and I believe in what we're doing. You know, there was just this whole thing was uncalled for, but you brought it on yourself, dumbass. You know, I always try to be fair. I have, I had somebody recently, you know, if you go back to 2, 3 shows ago, they passed judgment, but they didn't know the whole story. And I said, well, stick around, he was mouthing off and shit. He saw the next show and he publicly apologized. He said, I have to do this publicly. I apologize for the way I acted. And that was like awesome. So when this guy comes on and he starts mouthing, I said, give it a chance in chat. I said it, and I don't think he watched it. He just wants to, I think he's, a Zasky supporter or whatever, but I try to be fair about everything. Michael Haywood, what's happening? Sandra, hi. If I think I said hi. Lockbeard, what's up? Lockbeard says, I have given both Bigfoot Odyssey and Zasky a lot of crap in the past. On 9/13/22, I stopped. Yeah, he says, I figured Zasky is in mourning as well, but now, Mr. Zasky, it is open season. And you know what? Nobody's sitting here threatening you or anything, so don't get all excited like you're gonna come after us. We're just voicing our opinions and to something that you created. I didn't want to go this way, but fuck it. I don't care now. Really, what do I have to lose? you know, I'll stand up for what's right. It's just funny. It's these people. I don't know that these people actually know what he did or saw that he did, that they're so supportive of him. That how could you even condone that? That what he did was unconscionable, and that's not. Nobody gets away with that shit. Anyway. So yeah, guys, I'm just gonna keep putting the link in chat. Anybody wants to pop on? I'm sure somebody does. Mr. Lee, why don't you come on, man? You got a British Bigfoot report to do, don't you? Not yet? Okay. Mike Moore, how's it going? Richie Evans, Worm Norris, what's going on, man? Where you been? Worm, didn't I give you some? Yeah, you got a bandana, didn't you? Right on. You're probably wearing it now, too. Kaiju Ninja, what's up? Hey, Cindy Finn. It's some shit, we all try to tiptoe around it, and, you know, a lot of shit, and it's like, why? We're afraid of hurting other people's feelings, but we don't, I think we hurt ourselves more when we don't express our own, you know? Just gotta fucking grow a pair, use them. I'm always respectful. I try to be respectful. We don't bash people, but in this case, he said, "Bash me, please." Okay, not a problem. And it's not a bashing; it's just pointing out shit. You know. I just don't understand it. Huh. Let's see if this stirs up a fucking hornet's nest. I have sources that I talk to, reliable sources. And you know, if they had such a good bond, I'm not saying they didn't, but Carrie was catching so much shit from other people because of the photos, Mark's photos, and finally Carrie had to do something, so he started sending them out to have other people look at him. And I don't, if you want to call it vetting or whatever, but he had, people that he sent them to check him before he, did anything with them. And, a lot of times he'd be like, all you'd get back was they're no good. So he'd get pissed off at that. And yes, this is fact. There are people I know who they are, and I'm not at liberty to say who they are. They can come forward. If anybody questions this and calls me a liar, whatever, that's up to them. They can come forward and say, yep, I was one of them. You don't have to hide. What I mean? If you want to say, oh yeah, I checked them out. When it gets to that point where he starts to question your bullshit. Anyway, see how that sits. Miss Dill, how's it going? Thank you so much for posting the link in chat. It's funny. It's getting a little chilly out, so I put a long sleeve fishing shirt on, and I had a red bandana. I'm like, this looks stupid. It just didn't go. I mean, the red will go with black, like his black t-shirt underneath, but so I was like, shit. I grabbed this bandana. I was like, I just wore this. And she's like, put it on. I've got 10 million bandanas and I can't find one. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not. I don't want to. I'm going to catch shit for this, and I really don't care because truth is the truth. Anyway, Rasta Locks, what's up, man? Yeah, Irie. That'll make two of us. Who else? So yeah, wow, we have 60 watching. I don't know if that's the most it's been or if I lost somebody in the past 10-minute rant. But is what it is. Cryptids Canada. How are you, Leslie? Great to see you. Oh, I thought you were going to lay down, Stevie. Good. I'm glad you're watching. Hey, sugar. Oh, if you were texting and said that, I'd melt. Yeah, that's funny. It's one expression that if a Texas woman says with sexy voice and says, "Hey, Shug," I just go, "Oh." Sounds stupid, but whatever. Something to squatch about what's going on. Yeah, so yeah, it was last night on Sean's show. I popped in the chat and they were talking like somebody said you should told Media Palace. They said you should go on Moog's show with this, and Media Palace said I'd go on if you'd have me, and I was like, sure, but I don't want people to think I went there and poached, or you know what I mean. I wasn't out looking, and it came to me. If Media Palace comes on, hopefully, I know he's got some issues he wants to discuss. Right on. Brian said it. Leslie says, "Oh my god, so many people do that shit." Ross Lux says, "I second that. Call Mogi. Hail Texas." But I think that then after Texas, like with an accent with women, South Carolina, that's another accent. And then it doesn't matter who's speaking. Louisiana, that's cool. I I just have this thing for accents, and it's pretty cool because you're like half time I'm like, what'd they say? But I figured out. Rasterlocks. Oh no, who said it? Yeah. Collaboration, nothing wrong with Eric and the Palace. Much love. Yeah, I'm hoping he pops on. Um, he does good work. He's more of a investigative journalist. He does thorough research when he's doing a project. He had some good videos on. They I don't know who uncovered it. It was maybe a construction crew was digging up somewhere, and they uncovered this hole, like this cave. But the cave had this big ass metal door on it, and next to it was this weird ass carving. I mean, he's got some pretty cool stuff on his channel. So yeah, definitely check him out. Media Palace. What is this? Texas Panhandle accent is great. Right on. No, it would free people out where I'd hear somebody talking. I'm like, "Are you from so and so?" And she's like, "How'd you know that?" I just, being around, people for so long, and just from all over, you pick it up, and then living in different places like Wisconsin, that Midwest, oh yeah, you betcha, the Wisconsin, Minnesota. um, but I freaked somebody out one day when I went to check out a motorhome, and the salesman comes out, and I like to talk, and I can talk to anybody, but I had this problem of I kept interrupting him, and he was trying to get his spiel out, his talk out, and I just kept. So at one point, he's talking, and I said, "That accent, Hungarian?" And he stops. He looks at me. He goes, "Yes," and he goes right back into the spiel. And then he goes, "Okay, I'm done. How did you know it was Hungarian?" Ooh, it was funny. But I had friends that were Hungarian throughout my life, and it's a it's a unique accent. What's the paranormal? What's up, ladies? I'm assuming you're both there, Amy and Lainey. Who else? Leslie says, I just watched a video on Elon Musk and his thoughts on AI. Scary stuff. Yeah, there is that stuff kind of is nerve wracking if you think about it, because there is that possibility of, I don't know if you call it self awareness or whatever, but, you know, AI getting a little too self important. No, we're going to rule the world now. And your blender turns on you. It's not going to be pretty. No, not that accent. Dan. The Bat Mom, how's it going? How you know? Say you're psychic. And it's funny, like I can pick out a Jamaican accent, and even though there's so many different, like, like Haitians are different because there's a French accent with, I can pick that up. I've worked with so many different people that from all over the place that it's weird that my mind works that way, where it remembers these, certain accents. Mike's like, I don't fuck with Texas. Well, you're in Texas. San Antonio. Canadian, eh? Hey, you hoser. Hi, guys. Welcome to Cryptids Canada. And you forgot to say welcome to Cryptids Canada recently. I pay attention. Miss Dill says, Mogs, you seem out of focus. Hey, you know what? My camera's probably dirty. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me try cleaning this thing. Or I'm just that blurry. It's a squatch in me. You just show up blurry. All right, let's see how bad we have to adjust the camera. Holy shit. How did that happen? It's like exactly the way it was, but I like moved it all over the place. Do my accent in, douchebag. I don't know like different accents in England, Like I can tell the difference between an Australian accent and a New Zealand accent. New Zealand accent sounds more British. Um, Australian accent is unique into itself. They all are, actually. The only thing I couldn't tell you shit about like the Polynesian accents or anything like that. No Asian accents. um, yeah, that's weird. Squatch and Cowboy, what's up, buddy? We got 74 watching, and not one of you want to come on. Let's see how it is. The link is in chat. Anybody wants to pop on? Hint, hint. Who else? So, did it clean her up? Does it look better, Dill? No, it's a little crooked. No. That's better. I just cleaned it. I didn't even see if to look to see if it was better. Media said they want to come on. Is he here? Anybody? Did Media Palace pop in? Somebody just said Media said he wants to come on. What was this? Oh, I just read something and I lost it. Oh, Kaiju said Media said they want to come on. Okay. New Zealand. Right out right here, all y'all. Is that where you're from, Rostalux? New Zealand? Right on. Who else? Hilton Whittlewood is in New Zealand. When I was a kid, I always wanted to go to Australia. And, I would have posters on my walls and shit, Ayers Rock and all the different, things to see in Australia. And later on, I started seeing pictures of New Zealand. And I was like, no, maybe I want to go there. Because that's just one gorgeous place. I mean, if you've ever seen Xena or shit, any of those Hercules and shit, and I'm sure there's so many others like was The Hobbit or any of those, some of those movies, but that scenery is just amazing. I'd love to go there. Mark, how's it going? Mark Dodman, an Australian. It will when I have another beer. I don't know what you're commenting to. I don't remember what I said 3 minutes ago. Nevertheless, I don't know how long ago that was. It is my home. Right on. So we got to get Leslie to pop on here. I don't know if you guys saw her recently. Was her last or second to last video she did. She did a little cameo in it while she was driving. She popped on camera. It was good to see her. What's going on, Mr. Jarvis? How you doing, man? Finding the trackway. What's up? Uh, yeah, that's right. You guys are. So who's being affected by the cold? I know Chris is Detroit area, if I'm not mistaken. No, Cleveland or Cincinnati. It's one of the Ohio ones. I think it's Cleveland. Could be wrong. See, I remember this shit. And I think it's good to know where people are from, It's like, hey, I passed through, the other day. It's cold in Michigan too, but it's always cold in Michigan, Kelly. You guys get like all summer. Like your summer was like, I think this year it was on Tuesday. Somebody just said that, and it was the funniest thing. I couldn't resist using it again. No, but winter up there, I don't know how you guys do it. I did it for like a year and a half in Wisconsin. Eh, it got to I don't it was weird, like, my body couldn't adjust. I'd go out in the cold and I'd be out there for 2 minutes and I'd have welts. So, like, if I didn't have gloves on, the cold was affecting me weird. I'd get welts on my hands and it was like almost like a frostbite, but I wasn't exposed that long, and for any, I would put my hands in my pockets or whatever, but I'd take them out if I was using the phone. Um, but damn, I just can't do that cold. It gets 50 here, and I'm like, oh man. Sorry, these water bottles are noisy. Here, let me post that one more time. So, I guess Audrey and Jamie, how are you? Oh, wow. Tons of snow in Quebec. How many inches you guys get? Because I know a lot of the Midwest was calling for some snow, as well as up into Canada. Mike says real nice in Arizona right now. Yeah, I forget. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I knew where you were in Arizona. Thinking snowflake area, but I know it's up in the White Mountains or up that way, Payson area or somewhere up there. I think 6 inches, but it melted by the afternoon. It's funny. That's a lot of times like that's what you get in Sedona. When it would snow, it would snow overnight or whatever, and usually by noon it was gone. It looked pretty on the red rocks. It was made great pictures, but then it would just melt real quick. But these past couple years, we got some pretty decent storms out there that you know the snow was around on the ground for a good week or two. It was like unusual. Um, they'd close the road from Sedona to Cottonwood just because the little snow. People, I don't know, maybe they didn't design the hill properly where it was too steep for cars because they really didn't expect it ever to snow. I don't know, but they can keep their snow. Yeah, it's kind of it's weird, but I love snow. I hate the cold. So what do you do? Like when I was a kid, I loved the snow. I know I said this once before, or probably twice. To me, like the saddest time was when a snowstorm ended. Like as a kid, I always wanted it to always snow. And when it was over, I was like, oh man, it was sad. Sandra Pink says no snow here in the eastern provinces or eastern townships in Quebec. Is Quebec that big? Well, I suppose it could, I've seen it rain on one side of the street and not on the other. So I'm sure it could snow on one side of town and not on the other. But it just seems weird if it accumulates that much on one side of town and not on the other. Yeah, I wish winter was a little warmer. Strange Land, what's up? Yeah, he's up there in that fucking Arctic chill. Richie, you sending attachments now? No, he's up there in Canada. Although it's pretty southern, isn't it? Where you're at? It's like, I forgot where you're at. Southeastern. Oh, 2 hours away from Quebec. Okay, well, that makes sense. That storm could miss you. My guy says, I was working for a software company in Ottawa, and they took me out to buy me a proper winter coat. I still have that coat, and I can only wear it if it's below minus 20 in Vermont, or I roast. I can't wear it. It's not cold enough. You know, it's funny. I watched something recently about the guy was talking about camping gear, and you see, like, if you have a cold weather sleeping bag, it says like minus 10 or minus 20, and all is that it's not saying it'll keep you warm at those temperatures. All it has to do is keep you alive. So that's how they rate those things. Not a lot of people know that. It'll keep you alive at minus 10, but you know, you're not going to be comfortable. Who said Polaris is my choice for snow, but I live in Texas? I'm a fan of Polaris. That's what I drove the most. I don't even think I've ever driven like a Can-Am or no. The Can-Am is like Polaris's biggest competitor right now. But yeah, they make great side-by-sides as well as snow machines. Hey, Jay, what's up?
Hey.
How you been?
Cold. Man, it was cold last night. I almost turned the heat on.
Oh, stop. You're more south than me. Quit bitching. No, actually, I have a fire I'm going to light on the side of the house after the show.
I'm older than you. Got thinner skin, though.
A fire ring. You've got thinner skin? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's just because of age.
Thought I'd just step in, hoping that media comes in. I thought I'd just keep you company till maybe he comes in.
Well, right on, man. Yeah, I mean, I figure it out usually. No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I haven't done much today.
Well, Media Palace, I know he wanted to come on and talk about this whole Mark Zasky thing because, you know, Carrie had hired Eric to do a web page or you know, something to do like that, and told him what he wanted and everything, and you know, he got into I guess Mark got involved and just went off on the guy and was like, you know, cursed at him and shit, and the next day Carrie apologized profusely and paid the guy in full, but you know, apologized left and right. So I know he wanted to talk about that and maybe share some messages or, you know, whatever he wants to share. He's shared some questionable shit in the past, just like where it was like, are we gonna get in trouble for this?
I don't know, Zasky. I've seen him on whatchamacallit, Carrie's show a little bit, but I never paid much attention to him. I could just listen to him talk. What few times I just said, this guy's so full of shit, it's unbelievable. That's just what I gathered, you know.
Mike Kirkpatrick, thanks for pointing that out. 55 years ago today, a man filled the Bigfoot, and here we are.
Ain't that the truth?
All right.
Isn't that the truth?
Sorry, but there's skeeters. Yeah, man. Anniversary of the filming of the Patterson Gimlin film. Huh. And a week and a month later, I was born. A month and 5 weeks, whatever it was. Okay, Stevie says media is on his way home. He's hoping to make it in time to come on. Yeah.
I hope he makes it.
Something to squatch about. Okay, maybe. Oh, that she's pointing out what I missed in chat, which is shit, almost everything.
So what's the matter, Stevie?
Just feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah.
You know, she almost feels like she has a cold.
Yeah.
But I don't want to, get into her.
I understand.
She's just not feeling too good. She'll be all right.
I had to throw another blanket on the bed last night. That's how chilly it got. It's been nice today.
It was weird.
I got sliding glass doors and my windows up now.
I'm sitting outside. That's why I had to put this on because.
Well, it was a little breezy yesterday too.
Yeah. There's no wind tonight, but there are mosquitoes. And hold on a second. I'm not advertising for anybody, but damn.
Understand.
Yeah, you live down the street. You know what it's like.
Yeah, I know.
If you're going to tell me how much poison I'm putting on my skin, don't worry about it, people.
Oh, I know it. I know it.
I'm getting my ass eaten up. I grabbed this one. Normally I'll use a natural one because, I don't want to put this shit on me. But
I heard B1 vitamins is supposed to keep mosquitoes away. Some people, mosquitoes bother them a lot worse. I think Stevie's one of them, Stephanie. But I heard B1 vitamins, if you take 2 of those a day, is supposed to help a lot. I'll put it that way.
Leslie just says, you guys are cold virgins. No, I've seen 30 below with wind chills. I know what cold is. But no, I don't know how you do it. I know Leslie even moved more north than where she was. It's like she went further into the shit. And I envy her for that.
Well,
just being able to be out there. You can keep the cold, but I'll take the out there part.
People don't understand when you move from the north. Of course, I wasn't as far north as these people, and you move down here in Florida, when you get used to this weather we have, it gets 60 and you get cold. People don't understand how can that. It's just you get used to the heat down here.
Same thing in Arizona.
Yep.
And the difference between here and there, we know the dry heat and humidity, but what affected me more was the altitude difference, because I was always at like 3,500 to 4,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the time. So when I got to, and oxygen's a little bit less, but when I got to sea level, you could feel the difference.
Oh yeah.
It was weird.
I could actually breathe when I was at your place. I couldn't believe how better it was to breathe out there.
Oh yeah, well, such dry heat.
Yeah. And we were at,
This humidity, it's like trying to breathe through a wet washcloth.
it is almost like putting a damp cloth on your face all the time and trying to breathe through it.
I hear an echo. That's what I just said.
I just backing you up.
You're just agreeing.
I'm just agreeing with you. Yes.
I'm just busting your chops. Yeah, man. So, you've been doing any fishing or what?
I have not. I went the last time I told you. I'll take that back. I think I went last Thursday. Caught a few, no great big ones. I caught one about 5 pounds, but
that's a great big one.
For some people,
huge.
Yeah.
It's not huge, but it's a big one.
I went the other day and I went, but I didn't stay but about an hour and a half. I just wasn't feeling quite right, and
I'm about to lose half my people now. Yes, fishing.
I know it.
It's just a quick question,
We won't talk about it.
No. I brought it up.
I put it this way: I didn't do very good the last time I went. How's that?
Yeah, I didn't do very. I caught a couple the last time I went. I was using minnows.
Yeah.
I caught more. Literally caught more turtles than I did bass.
Yeah.
I don't like fighting with turtles trying to get hooks out of them. It's not fun. Me, Richie. What's up, Richie?
Hey, how's you?
How's it going?
What's up, Jay? How are you today, brother?
Jay's okay. How are you, Rich?
Not bad overall.
Good.
That was messy.
Catherine says, WTF, what the freezing? Okay, whose TV is that? Is it? Why won't? All right, something's not working here.
It's not mine. I don't have anything on.
I think there we go. For some reason, there's a delay in my controls. Like I hit mute mic to see if it was his, and I pushed it, and there was a delay with it. That was weird. So I pushed it a couple times. I didn't know.
Kick me out.
I don't have anything on, so I know it's not me.
It's all right. I don't hear it now. Yes, I do. What are you watching, Rich?
He's froze.
Are you there, Rich?
I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah. Well, we hear everything else too.
I don't understand what's going on.
I don't know. It sounded like there was a TV on.
I have no TV on. I'm actually in the
closet,
the kitchen. And all of a sudden, your thing is talking and.
Oh, is that everybody talking back there? That's all right. So what are you doing?
Going on, dude? Hold on, I'm trying to get on. It's just freezing up on me.
It's just bad signal.
What the hell?
Okay, fishing is taboo, but fishing bring the Bigfoot, folks.
$9.50 shipping.
To fish with pig, or at least
$8 worth of soap. So I added on.
Well, I guess
free shipping at $50. I nailed it right on the head.
You might be on to something. All right, we can't do
One
this.
of these $7, one of these $8.
Yeah, sorry, Rich, but I got to mute you because I hear everything in the background. Oh, why is he here and then now he's over here?
Guys, gotta get you back to squash.
Try this again.
You guys got to get Dr. Squatch soap.
Why?
Spooky, what? Werewolf wash and brick of the dead.
Is the new soaps you got?
It's a new monthly flavors.
All right. Which one is that? Because I know Walmart sells one of them. One of the Squatch soaps. I don't know which one it is. Oh yeah, that's what I was getting at. Lockbeard is
bedroom door. That's what they're hearing. They were like, I hear voices.
Still hearing them.
Sorry, that's Nick's in Nick's room.
Lockbeard, somebody brought up this point about this might be the loophole. When you say dig a hole by the water's edge so it can fill with water, put the fish in there. That might be the loophole of not wasting fish because you're leaving them alive, you know. Because if you just toss fish on the bank, you can get, you know, in trouble for wasting fish. It sounds stupid and petty, but
it's like echoing every time he says a word.
Right,
like, boop.
Just build them a little pool. Second part of Bigfoot. What's up, dude? Those I did a show. Central Florida Bigfoot. Hey, badass what you said about Kerry Arnold and the 168 equipment. Love Kerry would kick his ass. Sorry, Muggs. That had to be said. Right on.
Yes, it did.
That is messed up with when Mark did.
Matt didn't
pull
no.
So wrong what he did. It's totally disrespectful.
But Matt didn't pull any punches.
Huh? No. Matt was dead on. You know, he knew.
Yeah.
I'm glad he did what he did as far as posting that because it's, you know, he was there. He helped. And thanks for doing that, Matt.
It's breaking off so hard I can't hear anything.
Everybody's got to stand up, and I'm not trying to start a war. Somebody else did that.
It just shows what kind of human being the guy is. If he would pull some of this 2 weeks after the man passed away.
Yeah.
All right, Richie, I can't. I got to mute you.
No.
I got to mute you, Richie, if you're going to sit there and talk to me. All right.
You hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Every time I try and listen, it's like double, like every time it says so on and so forth.
What are you're getting an echo?
Yeah. I hear myself, then I hear myself again.
That's on your end because we don't have, nobody's hearing an echo right now. You're the only one. Like we don't even hear it. Are you on headphones?
Nothing on.
Are you wearing headphones or is it?
Yeah.
You might just want to use your speakers. It shouldn't feedback. You know, it shouldn't get an echo if you just use your speakers.
No, everything's froze up. The whole chat bar is froze.
Matt says, just close all the other windows.
Okay, I see Jake moving.
Gemini Moon, what's up, Gem? Great to see you. Cheese Freak, what's going on? Yeah, if you have also if you have YouTube on even a little bit on your end, you might hear the echo.
Yeah, you're getting a good deal with that. You're getting 7 bars of soap for $50, where they're normally $7 each.
Sure. That's going in the background. So
Oh, she's not in the background. Everybody knows what you just paid.
huh?
Oh,
Oh, so good.
I was going to go upstairs and watch
All right, who else
Housewives.
did I forget to say hey to? Green Paws, what's
I'm going
up?
upstairs to watch Real Housewives. So going,
Enjoy the Real Housewives.
Real
going
Silver,
in
good to
and
see you.
listen.
Oh god.
Who else? What's going on with you, Rich?
I was just telling me she's gonna
You're
watch
distracted as
the Real
fuck. What's up?
Housewives. Beverly Hills, no less. I was laughing my butt off.
Kathy Hilton, oh my God, she fucking ripped it
I can't.
over people.
Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna mute him for a minute. What's up, Jay?
I was just kind of listening to the conversation.
Yeah, we can't have both of you talking there, Rich. Now you're just gonna eat. Just turned into a mukbang video. Mr. Lee's in all his glory right now.
Homemade ice cream.
Oh, is that from Anton? What is it? Antonio? No,
Papa Clyde's.
Papa Clyde's. That's it.
Yeah, it's really good. This is a sugar-free version, but the
Antonio's
regular ice cream.
Fish place I want to check out around the corner.
And that's
Yeah,
a nice
you've been
Japanese
talking about that for a long time. That ice cream. Is that where you got that? Did we have it that time?
No,
Remember the small little cups? Shit.
no. I think that's.
I know what we need to do. We all three need to meet up at that catfish place over there at Lakeland.
Where?
It's called the Catfish something or another. It's right there on it's Highway 60.
Never been there. Okay.
Restaurant?
It's called a Catfish House or something. It's supposed
I'm
to be.
there. I'm there.
It's supposed to be really good, and we all three be about the same distance from it.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I like food.
I'll get with.
No shit.
I'll find out the name of it. I bet Sandra knows the name of it. She lives there.
Well, hell, if Andrew's in Florida, so you might as well join us.
You might as well join us.
We're gonna have to rent out a hall, aren't we? Let's go have some catfish, and 30 people show up.
Get some catfish and fall asleep.
Turkey makes me fall asleep, not catfish. But I can eat the shit out of catfish.
But kind of cool catfish with jerk seasoning.
Jerk seasoning?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of like blackened catfish.
Yeah.
I had it once, but I was like, nope.
I just like southern fried catfish.
Some fry yolk, girl.
Stevie's going too, by the way. She just said.
Absolutely.
She's like, hello. Yeah, hello, Twitchy. I'm going too.
I met you, Stevie.
I don't know why nobody can spell my name correctly. It was the easiest name.
I got my mask.
I'm good to go.
I know I don't need one, but I got my mask for Nikki's Halloween show.
Oh shit! When is that?
I don't know what day that's on.
I hope it's next.
I hope it is too.
Yeah, it's next weekend. You gonna wear your mop again? I mean your wig.
No, that thing's too hot. Whew.
Right now it smells.
Yeah.
Mr. Lee is like, what is that noise? What noise now? I'm trying to block them out.
So you don't like the cold?
Me? No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, it's gorgeous outside.
Oh no, this is nice.
I want to go out to the beach.
But with
I
this,
ain't kidding.
I get a little protection from the mosquitoes.
I went out there 4:30 in the morning in my boxes, because the dogs have to go outside again for the 4th or 5th time.
Oh my God, what was that last night?
I don't know.
That's just too much information.
Come on, it's like wearing shorts. No
As
one's
long
gonna
as
see
you
me.
weren't tighty whities, because then I just tell you like, bro.
What's wrong with the tighty
I
whities?
run around in my boxes too. When no one's home. Catherine says, I think there's a ghost in the system. What's the problem? There's too much noise coming from your end, Richie. I hear everything. We hear everything that's going on in the background. We don't need to hear the whole move. Oh shit. Miss Dill says Nikki's Halloween show is in April.
Probably.
Let's see. He probably went out to the garage. Nope, there's still a ceiling fan over his head. Where is he? You good?
Yep.
Cryptis Canada said, I'm going deaf. Are you just fucking with me or what?
No, I'm not.
I think she follows him everywhere he goes.
Seriously, Tom?
See?
Hear everything you're doing.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
done.
can't, dude. I can't. You're killing me.
Oh my God.
Dylan, stop following him.
He's telling you stop following me, Dawn.
What?
Telling you stop following me.
We're going outside.
I'm going out.
It's all right, guys. But you know that you never know what you're gonna get. So let's let him get settled. I'll leave him muted until then. Even Stevie is like, wow, dude, come on. All right, let's try again. I hit unmute, but there it goes. How's that?
I'm sorry for that. I didn't realize all that noise was
Every little sound.
you guys could pick up.
If a mouse farted, we would have heard it.
Oh God. So
Matt,
how far
you
is
don't
this
get-
place
you
you
don't
said?
get to vote on that, dude. So don't even bother.
Restaurant?
Say
Yeah,
that
maybe
again.
maybe Matt can meet up with us out there too.
Yeah, he'd have to. Well, yeah, no, he's coming up from Tampa area. It's not that far away.
No.
It's just the other end of 4, isn't it?
Is that off Suncoast Parkway?
I have no idea. I don't know names of
Jay?
streets.
I'm sorry.
Stevie B says, I heard a bee fart. That's some good hearing. Janky, what's up, man? He's like, so that's how mics work. I'm still thinking about Stevie and bee farts. Yeah, so you didn't, like, when you left the last time, you didn't close that last window that you were in. You just backed
Window?
out. You just left it there and opened a new one. So I've got two of you, and I can't get rid of either. Like the one that's sitting there, I can't close it otherwise because it'll take both of you out. So
We're in
and now I can't hear you.
It's called Catfish Country Restaurant. That's what it's called.
Ooh. Now, Richie, if you can hear me, I know you just backed out, but you got to close the other window too. And you know what? Don't. I will kick. I got this. Let me do this right here. So yeah, let's set a date.
All right.
Are they open for Thanksgiving? Who wants to go have catfish for Thanksgiving? Finding time to put ice in the blender. Leslie says, someone feed Jay. Maybe you're looking a little thin. I don't know.
I like good food, Leslie.
Yeah, I went out of my way when I was in Alabama to go get some catfish a couple weeks ago, or however long ago it was. Catherine says he's been kicked off the island. He's hungry, she says. Leslie's feeling sorry for you, dude.
I know it. I'm glad somebody is.
I'm not. Excuse me. So, Bama fishing is the best. Yeah, I didn't fish there. I did fish in Kentucky, in the Tennessee River. That was cool. Actually, I gotta find. Oh, no, it's not in my camera. I have to download some video from another camera. There was a sunset from the kayak on the Tennessee River that I filmed. I never checked it out, so I want to see how it came out. And it was, oh well. When I do show it, I'll explain it. Oh, Stevie's Mogs made pasta with clam sauce for dinner tonight. Meals with Mogs. Yeah, I did. It was pretty good. I didn't have all the ingredients like fresh clams, but the canned worked just as good. I didn't have fresh garlic either and parsley, but it worked.
I made the best double cheeseburger I ever had in my life. Day before yesterday. I made my own sauce, mayonnaise, mustard.
Didn't you post this somewhere?
Yeah, I did. A little ketchup and onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of paprika for color, sweet pickle relish.
Okay, I was waiting for you to say relish. Otherwise, I was going to be like, no,
Yeah,
I was going to add it.
Sweet pickle relish and a little bit of just a dash, 2 pinches of sugar, and a little bit of white vinegar. Oh man, it was good.
Damn. It's got that special sauce going.
My special sauce. Yep.
McDonald's ain't got shit on you, huh? Richie says, yummy, I will ask Dawn to make you clams and pasta. Yeah, Dawn can cook. You're lucky there, Rich. That's why he likes food, because Dawn can cook.
Mm.
Yeah, Big Mac sauce, kind of.
Kinda. Very similar. Yeah. Very similar to Big Mac sauce, except it was better.
It's almost like a Thousand Island dressing.
Very, very similar. Yeah.
Richie Evans, you get nothing and deserve even less for your infraction. It's weird. Yeah, all of a sudden you'll hear like it sounds like bombs going off in a distance, but it's like fireworks somewhere. I mean, we can hear them here. We can hear them in Disney World. Usually that's at a certain time, but it's kind of late for that, isn't it? Isn't it usually like 9 o'clock?
This is a really quiet neighborhood, except I can hear. I live. Well, Stevie will tell you. Stevie will tell you I live almost right next to the hospital, and that light flight helicopter, when it fires up, it seems like it goes right over top of my house every time.
Miss Dill, for a good time call. She posts the link. Pickled onions on a sesame seed bun. Indeed. And it was Burger King that, what was their thing? Have it your way. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce. Yeah.
I found a good beef patty too at Publix. I don't know if they have Publix all over the country. I know it's Florida, but there's a Philadelphia Angus beef. It's actually $3 cheaper than like some of your other Angus beefs. It's less expensive, but it's the best tasting Angus beef burger you get it at Publix. It's called Philadelphia something.
Well, that's cool. I don't get a lot of like pre-made stuff like that, like the pre-packaged burgers, or I'd rather make my own because I jack them up, you know. And I've had bad experiences where they just there's so much fat in them that they just melt into nothing.
Yeah.
Looks like a Big Mac burger, you know, it's tiny.
Well, I learned a secret to and I guess probably all the women know this, how to keep a hamburger from shrinking so much is take your finger and stick down in the middle of the hamburger, make a big indentation right in the middle of it.
Yeah, because shrinkage can be a problem.
I ain't going there.
Yeah, no, because when I make burgers, I make a well in the middle, not the fingerprint, but a well, so it's higher on the edges, and that's just so you don't end up with that big hockey, you know, that like it turns into a ball, you know, if you don't, you know.
Mine look like mine look like hockey pucks when they get done.
Or you overcook them.
Yeah.
Moose burgers are good, says Strangeland. Never had moose, you know, or like caribou, or
I've had buffalo burgers. They're good.
no, I just had them recently. Thanks, Richie. He left some buffalo behind from the hurricane. We had it back a couple days after the hurricane, I think. It was good. Leslie says moose is the best. I really like elk and deer, but I think I like elk more.
I like elk more than I do deer. Yeah.
Deer is stinky. Maybe you're not cooking it enough.
Deer can be real stringy and tough if it's not cooked right.
Yeah. I just like everything in the venison family.
I'll be back in a minute. I got to take my puppies out.
Should I be worried? Well, guys, I mean, if anybody else wants to join us, please. I'll put the link in chat. Feel free. Like I said, if you've never done it before, just hit the link and follow the directions. Just make sure that you only have YouTube, StreamYard on and not YouTube in the background. I guess media is might not make it, but hopefully he will. Still got. I'll hang out. It's what 10:21 here. 40 minutes. Yeah, hopefully he'll show up. Bison burgers are so good. Well, the way I made them, they were good. I just made them too big. I made them way too big. I expected them to shrink a little bit, not too much. I was excited, but I put this patty on the plate, and it was like she looked at it like, "What the hell am I supposed to do with this?" It was more like a round meatloaf. Oh man. Kaiju. Has anybody tried a porcupine burger? I'm sure somebody has. I mean, shit, why not? You got a toothpick when you're done. It's porcupine. Never mind. Susie, what's happening? You're not going on tonight? Leslie, I'm not sure. It wasn't, it was, I was hoping he'd show up, but I think, who was it? Somebody said that they were, something to Squatch About had said that he was on his way home, so hopefully he'd make it in time. So we'll see. Miss Dill says CO2 is killing the planet. The air humans breathe and all plants and animals survive off, but it will cost us. Deer burger mixed with Lipton onion soup mix, cup of soup mix. Cook and a slice of Swiss cheese. If you're gonna put Swiss on it, you might as well go with bacon too. It might overpower the deer if that's if you're looking to taste the venison, but it's bacon. Who cares? And if you're gonna go with the bacon, you're gonna have to go with mushrooms and onions, sautéed. Bacon Swiss burger, mushroom burger. Yeah. Damn it! Now my stomach's growling. I hate when I do that. Susie, you're out. Take care. Media Palace better make it, or his new name is New Shack. Hey, he makes it, he makes it. He doesn't. There's always next week. Although I don't want to be talking about this next week. But I guess that's up to Mr. Zasky, isn't it? That's terrible. I'm not a dick, really. Oh, damn.
Sorry about that.
And I thought my stomach growled. Holy shit, Leslie, you were right. He needs to eat.
Okay, Richie.
I said, Leslie. Oh, what did you say?
I said, okay, Richie.
Brian, take care. Brian and Chewy says he's taping his eyes open just to stay awake. Unless I read that wrong and he was trying to tape them shut.
I think somebody said Trent said that guy posted 2 more of those nonsensical things today.
Oh, really?
I think that's what somebody said in chat earlier before I came on.
I didn't check. Because it's almost like I don't want to. It's like I don't know. At last count, Zasky made 4 videos. Brent has them all. Yeah, Brent. I was glad that Brent had saved that one, the first one, the first rant, where it was like, yeah, the whole problem is he's trying to change the narrative, and you know, I'm getting shit email from people or comments that like we were sharks, waiting to attack Zasky, and it's like nobody's waiting to attack him. Here we go. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm going to leave then. Now my man's come in. Y'all have a good day, okay?
Oh, you don't have to leave on my account.
No. I want to listen to you.
Oh, okay. Sure.
He doesn't like being front and center.
Ah.
Dude, yes, he does. All right, Jay. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for spending time with me.
Hey,
So what's
man.
going on, man?
Not much. I was trying to hop in earlier, but I had some stuff going on and got home a little late. And yeah, you know how it goes.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I kind of wanted to, I guess, kind of hop on and just give my insight, I guess, because a lot of people, they think it was just those 2 people working on a project. And I'm going to say Carrie and Mark working on a project. And there was actually other people involved, and I was one of those other people. Carrie had hired me to do the website, the Crypto Odyssey website. And talking with him, I talked to him several times. He was making it seem like they were just getting it going. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't and from the ranting and ravings I've seen online of that psychopath, it seems like he's trying to say that it was up for like a year or something like that. Like, he's got, or something like that. The equipment's been at his place for a year, some shit like that. But, talking with Carrie, he's like, I'm trying to get this website done. I'm going, I'm thinking about doing this thing with Mark. And the other thing is that, today, that's kind of what I did today is I got everything organized, the text messages between me and Carrie, and I had over 2 phones, and I went ahead and sent that to Daniela. So now the people there at Bigfoot Odyssey have a pretty good timeline, I think, of what was going on as far as them trying to do something together, if you will, I guess. But like I said, Carrie had hired me to do it. And yeah, I mean, I got paid by Bigfoot Odyssey. It wasn't any type of dual group or anything like that. It was, Carrie said, you got the gig, if you want it, and said, yeah, for sure, I'll do it, no problem. But and again, the text messages, I'm not going to talk about what's in them, but they paint a picture exactly of what's going on. I'll tell you this much, okay? How are they going to be able to donate anything without a website that takes donations or anything like that? And that was in one of the text messages there is, Carrie saying, we need a way to take donations. So, I mean, right then and there, it's kind of like, what are you talking about then? You're saying things were donated to you over a year ago. And, I have my own issues with Mark. when I was working on the website, he the first conversation is like a serial killer trying to convince you he's not guilty. That's the impression I got from him just talking with him one time. And so I knew I had to keep my guard up, kind of just working with him or whatever. And so I was working on the website, and you can go back and look at the Bigfoot Odyssey stuff. Carrie says, Eric's working on the site. It's almost ready. It's coming up soon. And then finally, when I get to the point to add the media, the videos and the pictures and stuff like that, Carrie tells me to ask Mark for that stuff. And I asked Mark a number of times for it. I guess he didn't want to give me that stuff because he didn't want his, I guess, in my opinion, maybe he didn't want his stuff out there for anybody just to have or something. I don't know, but it's all pictures of nothing. Yeah, it's pictures of nothing anyways. And I mean, the first text I ever got from Mark kind of shows you what he's all about. And I'm not going to share it. It'll come out eventually.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, it'll come out eventually, I'm sure. But so website was ready and everything, and the entire time Mark's kind of in my ear trying to tell me like how he works on websites and he knows all this other stuff, and and it sounded funny because I knew he didn't know what he was talking about. He was just trying to make it seem like he did. So once it was ready, I gave him the administrative stuff to do whatever, to add the pictures, because he wanted to add the pictures himself, the video, whatever, fine, cool. So I gave him the administration stuff, and he crashes the site immediately. He didn't know what he was doing. He crashed it. It's a fact. He crashed it. Like, you can go back and look at it. And then he says, yeah, and then he's like, hey, I need all the hosting information and stuff like that. Well, at that point, if you want the hosting stuff, I'm pretty much done with the website at that point. And now you're taking it on, and you're going to put it on your own hosting account, okay? So he wanted that information, and I didn't really feel comfortable giving him that because I hadn't been paid yet,
Sure.
But once I had given him, Carrie said, don't worry about it, I'll pay you this week or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. So I gave him the administration stuff. I gave him the hosting stuff. And like I said, I kept checking back on the website to see if they had transferred it from my account to theirs. And during that time is when the website crashed and went down. And so I'm driving one day to pick up lunch, and I get a call, and it's Zasky. And the first thing he says is, hey, how many hours did you put into the website? And as soon as he said that, I'm like, oh shit, this isn't going to be good. And I was like, why? What's the problem? I see it's crashed. And then when I said that, he freaked out. And he's like, yeah, it's crashed because you used a fucking template and some type of web builder and some other bullshit. I used WordPress, and then I know what I'm doing. I built Facebook clones. I've built streaming platforms. I know what the fuck I'm doing. He doesn't. Sure. Okay. And so it crashed. And he's cussing me out on the phone. This is totally unwarranted, kind of like what's going on right now. If he had an issue, you could have handled it in much better terms than what you're doing right now. Yeah, he pretty much called me every name in the book, asshole, motherfucker, this, and that. You're never going to get paid is what he was telling me. You didn't do shit. You're not going to. And then he said, you used Elementor. And that's when I started laughing. I was like, what? You fucking kidding me? And he said, he got really pissed when I started laughing. I said, okay, now you're lying at this point. I didn't use any web builder. I didn't use Elementor. And then he's like, oh, you're calling me a liar now. You're calling me a liar? And I'm like, yeah, you're fucking lying. I didn't do any of that shit. And he's like, all right, well, you're never going to get fucking paid. And he hangs up. Whatever.
It's not like he was paying you.
Yeah, exactly. But, right away I call Carrie, and his phone's busy. I'm assuming he's, Mark probably called him. He's crying on the phone or something like that. And then, I called him back here in a second. And then after I'm talking with him, he's like, I'm like, hey, I just had an interesting conversation with Mark. And he's like, oh, yeah, what did he say? I was like, well, he fucking just cussed me out. And Carrie's like, he cussed you out? What? I'm like, oh, he didn't tell you that when he was on the phone? He's like, no, he didn't tell me anything like that. He's like, yeah, he just cussed me out, said I was never going to get paid, said that, that they're going to use somebody else for the website and all this other shit. He's like, wow. He's like, I'm really, really sorry. He apologized profusely. He said, I'm sorry, man. Mark's a hothead. I've been dealing with this for years. He just, he goes to like 11 right off the bat. He doesn't know how to control his temper is what he was telling me.
There's no filter.
That's what he was telling me. This is all coming from him, And I was like, yeah, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. If you could just pay me or whatever, I'll be done or whatever. And so he did that. And the other thing with Carrie is that when I told him a number for the website, how much it was going to be, I'll give you a couple hundred more. That's just the type of dude Carrie was, And I didn't ask for it, but he offered. He said, you know what? I'll give you a couple hundred more. No problem. Boom. And so he did that. And
Right
he kept
on.
his word. And yeah, I blocked Zasky, but I mean, I still have his text messages, and you know, you know, there's no way he's going to be able to show that his timeline doesn't match up to the real timeline. You know, he's living in his own world over there. I don't know what's going on. It's all my
It
opinion.
does seem that way, that it is like his world is way different than everybody else's. You
No,
know,
yeah, it's 100%. I mean, he just from talking with him for the first time, the first text I ever got from him was like, "All right, the paywall has to be, you know, I got to talk to you about the paywall. The paywall is the main thing we're focused on." You know, like he was just obsessed with the
money.
paywall. Not once did he mention, you know, his research or what they're doing. He didn't want to send me any of those pictures. I guess just he didn't want him to get into the wrong hands, or who, I have no idea. But you know,
That's crazy.
I experienced his unhinged rant first, I guess. And then when I saw those videos, I'm like, wow, this is exactly what happened to me. This fucking psychopath just called, and he took it to 11 when you know, he didn't need to do anything like that. So, I mean, the Bigfoot Odyssey team has all my text messages and everything. So
Good.
they have, yeah, Danielle emailed me today. And so they have all that stuff, and he's going to end up giving the stuff back because it's, you know, it's scary stuff. It's obvious.
Well, let's hope.
You know?
Let's hope, you know, he
Yeah.
wakes up, you know, because he's delusional right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was just, you know, it was fucking really uncalled for. And I spoke with Linda earlier today, and well, I messaged her earlier and today and got in touch with her. And yeah, she just kind of, it's just embarrassing, you know, for him to anything. It's just, it's delusional, it's disgraceful, it's disgusting, man. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's terrible. And I'm glad that you guys had posted it, because I had no idea. You know, I don't think a lot of people were like that. They didn't really know what was going on. I was lucky. I caught like the tail end of your show, and I was like, "What? Like, what the fuck?" It was crazy, man.
Yeah, it was. I just happened to. I knew he was going to pull it. I knew he was going to pull it down. So I just was like, "Shit, I can't download." And I just sat there and I recorded it with my phone. And I was more concerned with the audio.
Yeah,
you know, the video, it didn't matter. I mean, you know, it's him. It was just ridiculous. I mean, the audacity.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
wish I could have recorded. I should have let the answering my voicemail get that message, and I'm sure he would have left an insane message as well. I'm like, damn, I think back, I should have let the voicemail pick up, and I would have had that message to this day.
Yeah.
Just him going fucking psycho. Played that, but yeah, no, there was absolutely no need for that, man. It was terrible. And I mean, the truth is coming out. You know, I think I saw something that Central Florida Bigfoot did as well, and I would, you know, he needs to come on and say some of the same stuff as well. I think Gary was kind of consulting with him on this equipment, and that was before.
No, he did.
Yeah,
he posted that. He said that he helped him buy that, you know, told him what to get as far as the lens and tripod.
Right.
There's so much. He said there was just so much stuff.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, and like I said, for when I was talking with Kerry, he was doing his own thing, and he was trying to get this other thing started. It wasn't started yet. It hadn't been started. There was no place to donate. Where are you going to donate? You know, there was nothing set up at that point. So it's all like,
and for him to just be, this is my business or my.
Well, the other thing is like,
what do you say? It's a business or my company or something like that.
The other thing is like, does this guy not have his own gear that he started with? Like, dude, go back. What's, you know, do you not have any of that stuff? What happened to that? You've been doing this for so long. You don't have anything else? Like, are you that desperate? You can't.
And you know, he gets a phone call, and you know, it's like, do you have any of our equipment? And he's like, no.
Yeah.
And he yet he's making videos showing off the equipment.
Yeah, that's terrible. No, yeah, it's yeah, no, like I said, everything that when I spoke with Kerry, they were launching this. The website was going to be like a springboard, and they were going to start taking donations. They were going to rent the film, and I think the website is still up. The website that I made, it's still up right now. It's hard to find, but it's still up. and it's messed up because he put something on there and he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and it's all over the place now. But he accused me of using a website Elementor Builder or whatever,
Never
and
heard of it.
I think that's what he ended up using for the fucking site anyway. So he calls me pissed off that I was using it, and that's what they use for the site. It's like .elementor now. Like it's not even a real website. It's one of those like, builders or whatever. I don't know, but
Wow.
it's it was totally unhinged, and it looked very familiar to some of those videos. And I hadn't even seen all of them. I just saw that, one, and I think there was another one that came out.
The tall ones, Brent has recorded all the videos and is putting them on his Facebook. And I saw that
Okay, I'll
Brent
take a
had
look at
recorded,
that.
had that one on the Facebook that I'd recorded, I played. And I was so happy to see that.
Yeah.
I was like, right on. People
Well, y'all
got,
did the right thing in recording him, man. That's that's a good move on that, man.
you don't get a
He's-
pass. Not with shit like this.
No.
You do not. You're not getting away with it.
And I mean, you could have, if you have an issue, do it privately, man. What's the point of bringing it out like that? What do you think you're going to get out of it? Like it makes
No,
There's
that's
nothing.
what I
There's
don't
nothing for
understand.
you.
Is are you that dumb that you think anything good can come of this? It's going to benefit you somehow. You're going to, nobody, like I said earlier, nobody on the Bigfoot Odyssey side has said shit publicly.
Right.
Nothing. They didn't start this. They know if Zasky
Yeah.
didn't open his mouth, nobody would know any of this. Nothing.
No, he shot himself in the foot, man, because
Yeah. I said that the other day, and underneath his foot was a landmine.
Yeah. And I mean, if I wouldn't have seen that, it would have just passed me by, to be honest with you. And I don't think anyone would have known. And I would not have known. I would have just known that there was tension there, but I wouldn't have known that there was.
But you also would have known he was an asshole for the way he treated you.
Well, I knew he was a bitch before that. Like when I talked to him on the first time I talked to him, like he sucked that small talk. He was, I told him I was watching a UFC fight. He's like, "Oh yeah, I watch it all the time," but he didn't know the fighters that were fighting like that night. It was just fake, all around fake. Tries to act like he knew he website building. He's like, "Oh yeah, we've had a website. Go look at their website, crypto, whatever the fuck .us. It's not up. It's parked. You don't know what the fuck he's doing. It's parked on there." Yeah. So
well.
And I mean, to be honest with you, after that blow up with him on the phone, you're never gonna get paid. Whatever the fuck. I was so tempted to send him a picture of my payment that Carrie sent me. I was like, "Here you go, motherfucker. Look at this shit." But I was like, "Nah, don't do it. It'll come back around." And this, what the motherfucker gets, it's coming back around.
See it, and he did it to himself.
Did it to
That's the. He did Bigfoot Odyssey a favor by, doing what he did.
Well, he didn't do himself any favors.
Terrible,
that's for sure. Yeah.
No, I'm saying he just made it easy for that. They didn't have to defend himself. He's just gonna keep digging the hole.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, and other people like they're going to come forward as well, saying I don't know the people who donated or whatever, but there's going to be more people that come forward and they're going to say directly, "No, I gave it to Bigfoot Odyssey. I gave it to Carrie." That's where it was going.
That's he even said Zasky even said he got a phone call from one of the donators and said, "I want my stuff back."
Well, there you go. Give him his stuff. Like, what's the big
Oh, because he has nothing. I guess I don't know.
Well, like I said, he said I've been doing this.
It's time to get a job.
Well, he told me that he wanted the paywall so bad. It's because before, when he said he's been doing this for like fucking 20 years or some bullshit like that. He was making up numbers left and right. But he said that he's been doing it for like 10 years or something. And then the first website they had, some lady ripped him off for like 70 grand or whatever with the link. Like she's like, "Oh, she was giving away the link. She cost us like 70 grand. I'm like, 70 grand, really? If it cost you 70 grand, you'd go get that fucking money back. You go try to get that money. It didn't cost you 70 fucking grand. Then again, I got his messages that he sent me, and he sent me one thinking he was sending it to Carrie, which it's an interesting message in itself. It kind of crumples his whole argument. He sent it to me thinking he was sending it to Carrie. So it was really dumb. But I don't peg this guy as a genius. So he's just a rageaholic. And it's catching up to him.
Janky
Yeah.
says I wouldn't piss in his mouth if his teeth were on fire.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I did nothing to warrant him blowing up on me like that. I'm sure, I'm sure nobody over there warranted, that reaction as well. So I have no idea what the fuck his problem is, man.
There's screw loose. I'm
And
there's
actually,
something not right.
he's not in here. He's probably playing it. He's probably riding the fence, to be honest with you. But he messages me a lot, and that's Bigfoot and not Connor, right? Everybody knows that guy. And I saw he put a video out, and this was pretty close to the blow up I had with Zasky. And I told him I still have that message. I said, "Watch out for this guy. He's he's not a nice guy." I told him that, and that was a couple of weeks before all this shit popped up. So, I tried to
What's up, Leon?
Brilliant, gentlemen.
Hey, what's going on, Leon?
Brilliant. Like, you're absolutely right. When you're looking at his style of personality. Now, I can't diagnose him, but I can definitely
I'll
talk.
go left and right and in the middle again, because
The
that'd be
behavior.
the third time I've heard this.
Yeah, well, his weakness is his image about himself.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
biggest protection he's going to try to do is cover his image about himself. And so he needs to micromanage you, the guy who knows what the hell he's talking about. Then he also has to try to somehow lower you down. This is all that bullshit he's saying to you. He doesn't realize he's talking to something like Matt and I were talking about this the other day about, you got somebody like Matt that knows his shit.
Right.
You know your shit about computer programming.
Yeah, I do.
Curious Crypto knows his shit, and that's the people that we need. Then you got a make believer is what he is, and again, it's got nothing to do with us attacking him. It's him burying his own grave. He's digging his own grave.
Yeah.
And Moggs, I know it's stressful for a lot of us because whatever our responses are in regards to Kerry, all of us know one thing: he's a good guy. He's always been a good guy. Good evidence for that. He gave you even $200 more.
Yes, he did. He did.
Right?
I didn't ask
we
for it.
know that that's his heart. And there's no way a guy's heart's like that and your best friend is this other guy. There's no way. Unless the guy's played you and now you realize, oh my God, like after you talk to Kerry, he's probably going, what have I got myself into? But how do I get myself out of it?
But like I said it earlier, in the beginning, that I have it from a source, a good source. I trust them 100%. And, Kerry was catching so much shit from Mark's videos from people, and he sent them out to be, from his pictures and shit. He would send the pictures out to have other people, analyze them, because he, and a lot of them were like, nope, these are no good. These aren't, there's nothing here.
And it's awesome to watch. Again, it's great to watch this shift that's happened over the last couple of years. And Brent, from the tall ones, Brent, you're probably watching, I think you're in the chat there. You are doing a phenomenal job, man. I mean, a good investigator copies everything. I mean, I've been on documentaries where I actually filmed the people who were doing the documentary as we were filming me, because I wanted to make sure that they weren't going to somehow edit it in some way, and I had the proof about it. And that's what good investigators do. The same idea with what's his name there from Bigfoot, BFRO, Matt Moneymaker. I Snapchatted or snap pictured everything. He was on his Facebook page, all that kind of stuff. So he couldn't double step what he was talking about. And the nice thing is, and it's good that we as a community on all these different channels are saying what we're saying, because first of all, we should be protecting Linda.
We are.
The one thing, which he isn't. His best friend's wife. I mean, it just reeks of pattern with this guy. Exactly that right there.
No, it's it's
that, like who does that? Somebody who has an agenda. That's who.
Oh no, absolutely.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
No, there's definitely an agenda. It's just
And the
not
sad
gonna
part
go the way-
too is he's starting to send out, because I've been monitoring this as a system for my research. I've been keeping doing it. It's like it never ends. It's just like, oh my god, what more can happen here? But the flying monkeys now are flying out of his little fortress out to all these other channels, and they're leaving stupid comments and stuff like that. And think of it, if you're one of those flying monkeys, and then the rest of the shit comes out, you're gonna feel like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
backed this guy.
You're not
I
gonna
told
fly
you
so high.
If anybody wants to leave shitty messages or whatever on my stuff, I'll send you the messages that he sent me, and then you can decide for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, you should definitely send all that for our archives, because we have a thing called the network. You should
Okay,
definitely send all that stuff to Brent. Brent will put that in good.
Sure.
in
Send me a
our
link
archives.
in that. I mean, the very first message is, he's talking about the paywall. He's not talking about, this is going to be so good putting this stuff out there for people to see. He's talking about, we got to make sure this is right because some bitch stole 70,000 from me. Like that's the way he's talking.
Yeah.
I heard it from his mouth.
Yeah, I know. And he doesn't realize that every time he opens his mouth, it contradicts what he just said on his first video.
Yeah.
It's like and then I'll erase that. I'll be safe, and then I'll do another one, and then he burns himself 4.5 minutes into the second video. He says, pull that one. Then this is the third video, pulls that one. Fourth video, pulls that one. Every time you guys, the other channels out there doing what you guys have both been doing and talking about, there's so much stuff that I know that I don't have the right to say because it should come from the horse's mouth, right?
Sure.
But the nice thing is the more people are doing it, and it's not a feeding frenzy, nor are we doing it for clickbait.
No,
It's about protecting Linda and
Right.
protecting Carrie's legacy of whether we agree with it or not. It's just the wrong thing to do. And it may be a good reminder to anybody out there who's the same temperament as this. Don't try this. You will not.
No, it's not a good idea.
In your own grave. So.
No, I had to say something, because I was there when they were trying to get this off the ground. It wasn't something that's been established for like 5 years, and they've been donating to the team of Mark and Carrie. That's false. That's that's not reality. That's completely from what I understand.
Bigfoot Odyssey is
that gear was for Bigfoot Odyssey's expedition, way prior to the formation of whatever they're trying to do. And I have I have it here that shows. They were just getting started. Oh, we need to get this. We need to get this. We don't have a way to take donations. It's in there. It's in the text. Like we don't have a way to take donations. We need a way to take donations. That says it for itself, man. Like, come on, just send the shit back, and we'll carry on. You can go take pictures wherever in the bushes and stuff. And
well, I get a kick out of it too is how he's all offensive about CB. Everything said here today needs to be said 100%. I get a kick out of him talking about, they're going to try to sue me and stuff like that. That's his line. I know for a fact that he said, I'm suing you, and sent these emails saying I'm suing you. And I just keep thinking, oh man, I just can't wait for the first person who says it to me. I'm suing you, Leon. Go ahead. I'll be happy to send my corporate lawyers to drain your bank account. Do it. Do it.
You're done.
And again, they're the yappy chihuahua in the backyard. That's what they are.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just empty threats, man.
Oh, God.
Eric, do you think Daniela and crew will address this on the next podcast?
I was emailing Daniela today. She didn't mention anything. Again, I just she asked me to send over what information I had, and I sent over a good chunk of text messages between me and Carrie.
I know our next podcast, or the next show is I think the guys from Sawdust Beast. I think they're going to be over there.
I really wish I had those conversations that we had, because that was just that it's point blank in those conversations who was running the show. Honestly,
Thought they were running the show.
Well,
he thought he was running the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, no, I mean, everything he said was, Zasky was just he's a genius according to him, and he knows how everything needs to be done. So
yeah. Trust me.
He's a fucking snake oil salesman.
I don't want to stay on I had a real long day, but I just want to congratulate both of you for having the courage to do. I know it's a bit of a struggle. I know it sucks that it's happened, but I'm glad you guys went and did what you did. So.
And you know what? I don't care what people think anymore. As far as you shouldn't have said it, or you're an asshole for saying fuck you.
Well, I've been
Sorry.
listening to your show, but I've been doing other stuff because, like I said, I'm just so bagged that I don't really want to talk. But it gets under my skin so much when I'm hearing it. You have to discharge the
yeah.
energy of that video. Even listening to the video, you're watching it, man. By the time you're done, it's like somebody threw some dog shit on you.
Yeah, you're that pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to take a shower after listening to that, man. It's terrible.
I think
you
you're
know?
wild.
Terrible.
Anyway, take care of you guys. I love you.
All
Keep
right.
doing what you're
Yeah,
doing.
All
be
right.
good, man.
See ya.
Take care. Thanks for popping on.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night. Where my cursor so I can get off this?
I got
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't want to just come on and start shitting on the guy, but he's an asshole. He was an asshole to me. It was totally inappropriate for him to be an asshole to me. It's totally inappropriate for him to be an asshole to Linda and the family there. It's unbelievable, but it needs
But just to
people
say
need to
it's
say it.
jealousy, come on.
Yeah, I mean that's
Who
just
the fuck is jealous of him? He's
yeah. I don't know, man. It was yeah.
he's in that poor me and he's playing his sympathy card, but no one has sympathy for him because of the shit he pulled. They're attacking me. No, nobody's attacking you.
Yeah.
Trying to ruin this but nobody said anything. Nobody fucking said boo.
Well, the thing is, like, to me, it's like, did you just stop everything and go to work for like this what you guys were trying to do? Like, you're not doing your thing anymore. Like, you just quit that. So your thing never had any equipment for itself. Like, I'm trying to understand, like,
Yeah, no,
what's going on here?
It wasn't as good, I'm sure.
Probably right. Someone said like a 12-year-old iPad I saw or something like that.
Yeah, no, that this I believe this was his only income.
Okay, well, it's yeah, I would just say, it's weird that he doesn't revert back to his old gear, and to me, it doesn't seem like a huge deal if someone,
It worked.
I don't know. I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I'm saying, his old gear apparently,
Well,
worked
yeah,
until the new shit came along.
yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, I just wanted to come out here and kind of give some insight into what was going on because I was there. I was
Yeah,
there.
no, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I know everybody appreciates it.
yeah, it wasn't just those two guys that were, trying to get something started. Gary hired me to help them start what they were doing. It wasn't a thing that had been going on for 20 years or a year. It wasn't. It was something, hey, I'm trying to do this thing. That's the way he told me about it. Like, we need a place to donate. Is another thing he said. It wasn't, they were not accepting donations together at the same time. From what I understand, from what I've seen, in my own text messages here with the parties involved. Yeah. So, and I probably missed something that I should have brought up, but maybe it's good that I didn't forget.
I don't know who this is, but it's kind of funny. Paradoya will destroy you. With his record, it's tough to get gainful employment. Well,
and again, like I said, he never once brought up this is the best thing in science, what we're doing, or we're ahead of the game. It was all about we need to get paid, we need this much. We don't want anybody to be able to buy it. It's only renting. It was just as much as he could squeeze out of whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
the other thing, yeah.
Right now, it's everybody's just got to wait and see.
Well, I was going to say, I wrote something down because I didn't want to forget. But he actually, when I first started working on the website, he called me a day or two because I sent Carrie the link, like, "Oh, it's up, check it out." I just put a couple of dummy pictures because Zasky never sent me any photos, so I just put a couple just to make it seem like an operating website. And he congratulated me. He called me and congratulated me, like, "Congratulations, you made a great website for Crypto Odyssey." And I thought that was weird. Like, he congratulated me. He could have been like, "Oh, it looks great, good job." But
yeah.
he's like on this level where he thinks he has the ability to bless you, to congratulate you. You're blessed to be working with me. Like, it's all this.
Well,
I don't know. I don't buy that stuff.
He patted himself on the back a few times in those rants.
Oh, yeah.
Saying he carried his weight in half carries or whatever, however he put it. It was like, dude, really?
Yeah.
Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. And he was telling me how much he knew about websites, and he's built several. And in my back of my head, I didn't say anything. I took a lot of long pauses when I was talking to Zasky. He'd say something, pump himself up, and I would just wait, and then he, you there? I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I'm just,
I wasn't sure if you were finished.
kind of in, kind of in awe of what you're saying. You know all this stuff, But yeah, he didn't know what he was saying. He said something about like, "Oh, can I clear the cache after work?" And he just made me laugh out loud. I'm like, "What are you talking? Like that's had nothing to do with website design. He didn't know he didn't know what he was talking about. Uh, it was funny. It was funny for a minute, and he crashed the site once it was up. And after I got that call, and I told Curry, and I said he crashed it. He's like, he crashed it. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's why he's mad, because he doesn't know how to fuck to get it back up and operating. So, and that's the other thing. I think he might have just done that whole rant because he was going to have to go through me to help, kind of if they had any technical issues or whatever. And I told Kerry I would be like maintenance, or if you have any issues, reach out to me.
Sure.
And I guess he didn't like that. He didn't like another, set of eyes on what was going on or
Yeah,
anything
an
like that. He just
outsider.
wanted 100% control. Is what it seemed like. And he ended up getting that because they built a little drop and drag website on Weebly or whatever it is, Squarespace or something. Yeah. But
Well, like I said, well, I'll just have to wait and see how this goes, because I know nothing's going to come from the other side.
Yeah. I don't. They don't need to. I don't think they need to give him the satisfaction of addressing it, or I don't. He's going to end up sending the stuff back, and hopefully I don't know.
I don't know if it's going to be that easy, dude. I think he's going to fight tooth and nail.
If he's smart, he would send it back.
Yeah. Otherwise, there are going to be legal ramifications.
Yeah.
Why go through that?
Yeah, and I mean everything is from what I've seen as far as like funding. Kerry was funding pretty much all the stuff that was going on down there.
Oh, absolutely.
Whatever that accounts for is, they're gonna have to go and look at that. But I know it was a lot. So he was very generous with me, I'll tell you that. And I didn't ask for that. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. And on that note,
I just want to say real quick, Kerry was a Southern gentleman. He always talked really nice to me, and he pumped me up. When I would call him, he'd always say like, "Hey, Rick." The way he would say it was really cool. I like the way he said it. But yeah,
he
he's
has
a nice guy,
had that smooth,
Yeah.
unique voice,
Yeah.
and that's what I think was part of his draw. Was people like to hear it. They like to, the way he talked and how he talked, and that was interesting. To me, it's interesting. I was talking about accents earlier, and he had that smooth, cool voice.
Oh yeah. No, he had a good sense of humor too. We would joke on the phone, and he was actually pretty good at making small talk, not like Zasky there. But no, he was a good dude, man. He took care of everyone that worked for him or did the
Right
job. That's all I can say.
Right on, man. And I appreciate it, dude. Again, my door is always open whenever you want to pop in.
I appreciate that. I might need that link from what Leon was saying. So if someone wants to send me that link, my info is in my channel there, my email and stuff like that. So
right on. I think that was Brent.
Oh, Brent. Okay, sorry.
The tall ones. Leon said to send it to him. Gotcha. Hey, whoever, the more people have shit.
Well, I'm gonna go back and
look better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and look at those other videos because I had just seen that one. I didn't know there was other.
Yeah, I got like 5 minutes into one, and I was like, oh wait, this thing's an hour? Oh hell no!
An hour? Wow!
I ain't watching this guy for an hour. I forget what it was. But yeah, I'm gonna go check out. I'm gonna go to Brent's and check out those.
I'll probably do the same.
See what they are. I've seen 2 of them.
Yeah.
But the other 2 I'm not sure about.
Yeah, I caught the one at the end of your show, and it was short, but it was like, Jesus, man! Like
that was the first one. That was the one that set everybody off. The rest was like him trying to justify it, I think.
Yeah, there's no justifying that.
Yeah, no.
All right, dude. Yeah, appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure, man. Thank you so much for coming on. I know everybody's glad you did. you know, people were waiting. Where's media? Where's
Yeah.
media? I'm like, he'll get here. You know, if he's
Yeah.
going to come on. I said, you know, there's a good chance he's going to come on. And
Little late, but I made it, man. So
no, it's better late than never.
there you go. There you go. Cool, man. Well, I'll leave you be
People
here.
always remember at the end of a show, and
Right,
not
they
necessarily at the beginning. So
save the best for last, right?
absolutely,
Cool. Well, yeah, any help I can do, just guys reach out to me or whatever. So,
right on.
well,
I
I'll leave you be
appreciate it.
here. Thanks, man. Later.
All right, dude. Peace. Well, guys, thank you everybody for hanging out, and you know, I don't be mad if I drag this shit out, but I'm that pissed off. You know, it's just, I know you guys are too. It's uncalled for, and somebody's got to, you know, say something. So keep sharing that shit, and you know, this will work out the way it should. On that note, thank you guys so much again. If you enjoyed the show tonight, please hit that like button below. If you're new, subscribe, share, you know, all that stuff that you do down below. Do it. I also love hearing comments. I'm sure going to get a bunch of them. Not necessarily all good, but whatever. It is all good, you know. All right. Mugs, light the fire when you're done. Indeed. I'm going to go crank up the fire pit. It's all ready to go. Thanks again, guys. I will see you Tuesday, and you know, maybe before. Who knows? Shit hits the fan. All right, guys. Peace and God bless.